Shebeshkt is one of the best rappers in South Africa, but he is also the most hated celebrity, or perhaps the most misunderstood. In this video you'll find out who he really is, why is he famous, how rich is he, his age, wife, kids and more, not forgetting his criminal offenses. Hello Mzansi, welcome back to Ziakala. If you are new to the channel, please like and subscribe for more related videos. Shebeshkt was born in 1996 in Leboago, Limpopo, but he grew up in Tembisa. He was raised by his mother and stepfather. He didn't have much growing up and his mother was a domestic worker. Shebe wanted to change his home situation and help his mother, so he turned to a life of crime while still in primary school, and he was arrested at the age of 15. From then on, he was in and out of prison. Prison became his second home. The rapper says after he came out of prison, he only became worse. Shebe loved robbery, but that was not the only crime he was into. He would normally go to clothing stores and take all the clothes that he wanted for free by force. He carried all sorts of weapons when doing these crimes. Shebe was arrested every now and then, but he never quit school. For some reason, he believed in education. He passed his matric, but the problem was that he had a criminal record, and a very long one. But for some reason, he still believed in education. After finishing matric, Shebe wanted to go to college, but he couldn't afford to pay the fees. So he returned to a life of crime, and he went hard this time because he was not robbing people for fun anymore. Shebe joined Damelin College. He used the robbery money to pay for his fees. He finished college and graduated, but he still couldn't find a job. It might have been because his jobs are scarce, but remember that he already had many tattoos, especially the Nike one on his neck. Plus he had a long criminal history, so maybe education didn't fail him, but his bad habits did. After being rejected too many times by these big companies, he finally gave up on education and returned to his old job of robbing people again. At this point, he had already accepted that he would be a gangster for the rest of his life. He was living for the day, he had no plans, and finally, God answered his prayers. Shebeshkt and his friends went on one of their robbery missions in their townships. They went into a certain house, and when they got in, they found the keys. The elders were not around, and Shebeshkt and his friend took their time. They relaxed a bit and looked for anything they could steal. Shebeshkt decides to watch the young boys while his friends searched the house. One of the boys he was keeping an eye on was a beatmaker, and the kids were busy making their music. Shebeshkt and his friend disturbed them, but the beatmaker kept on making his beat and Shebeshkt was listening. The young boy played a dope beat and Shebeshkt asked, "Who made the beat?" The boy said it was him. And Shebeshkt joined the young boys, started rapping and singing. Remember that there's still a robbery in progress. Shebeshkt gave it all up and joined the young boys. Many people felt his vibe, but he was only famous in his township. That stopped when the young boys he hung around with posted a video of him on TikTok. TikTok users went nuts, felt his vibe and loved his music. Shebesht's first booking was made via TikTok, and Shebeshkt thought these people were wasting money on him. He didn't even understand what TikTok was, but he went to the gigs. However, he performed for free because he thought it was all too good to be true. When he performed in those gigs, his fans would capture and upload more of his content online, and slowly but surely Shebeshkt became more and more influential. Him not getting paid, that's history. Shebeshkt makes more than 1 million rands every month by performing only. He makes a lot more money on different music platforms like YouTube, Deezer, Spotify and more. Another amazing thing about him is that he owns his music. There's no way his hard work will stop paying him. Unlike many artists who are punked by record labels, Shebeshkt owns everything he makes. Even though we put all that aside, the rapper still makes money with his businesses. He's business-minded. He owns more than 6 properties, and he has other businesses that have nothing to do with property. Shebe was misunderstood until he appeared on Podcast and Chill with McG, a podcast appearance that garnered 1 million views in just 2 days. Lamborghini once contacted him shortly after the podcast, a wine by the car brand Lamborghini, and Shebe signed a partnership deal with them. He now has an estimated net worth of 8 million rands.
Everything, here's the hate against it, here's the hate against it, who hate against it.
Cute.
Yeah, cute.
ding vitlas ya ba dia food as tja bona mo ba dulang as ga bona o tsore bra nga botsa re ke ne stene tje ka nna a re bola ka investment bra wa mo ba ka semputse selo bra fan me ke ntse le re ke nna ono le re ba ntse o ka ra ke na ngono ba bantshi a bana selo na bra ke tshwere dilo bra fan me a ka gantšha ke di ke tshwere dilo wa bra fan me sekolong ke dile business studies na bra ke invest mo ngwisha bra fan me phone ke ga twe ke tshwara over million
That's a shit.
ka di kiki fela
Nice one.
ka di kiki fela le lo tse dingwe tse ke dia e se lo tsa botsodi.
Today, Shebeshkt is getting paid for all his work. He provides for his relatives and he is spending all his millions with his high school sweetheart. However, Shebeshkt says his girl started becoming more and more jealous after the fame, and now he doesn't leave her behind when he's out performing, just so that she could see how loyal her man is. The couple has a young boy and he's well taken care of. Shebeshkt became famous in 2022 after the release of his first album, but he is still violent even when he is famous. In 2003, he was arrested for 2 counts of assault. A few weeks later, he was arrested again for firing 4 shots in the air in a family home in Hamamaola village. He was denied bail and sentenced to 4 months in prison. He came out of prison, and after about a month of being out of prison, somebody tried to assassinate him, but he missed.
lo yana o mmisenga bulete motho o no thunya lo yana o mmisenga bulete manskrale le kae ba re kwena mushishi kwena.
In December last year, Shebeshkt was arrested again in Botswana for breaching a performing contract. This year, January, he was recorded threatening Fifi Cooper's friend. But Shebeshkt fans defended him, saying that it was only a joke. 2 weeks later, he was involved in a car accident. Many people warned him about his past life, including Sangomas. Here is one warning that was sent to him by his Sangoma.
I was taken to a place. This place is in the Val. So we were in one of the sections, Nomkulu, but within that section, which I did not get at the time, we were creating a barrier, Nomkulu. During the process, is Nomkulu Aziene, Ukatleho, Shebe. Uma eza ezocula ngapha akabe mahlomane ngoba ukuwa kwakhe kuzoba intombazane. Le ntombazane izomlethela isiphuzo, and that drink will be spiked. Uzomlethela ukudla lokho kuzobe kuthelwe umuthi ngaphakathi, and this girl will say uShebe wamdlwemula. This is the message that I got from Umkhulu. So Shebe, ngiyacela ngane yethu, uma uhamba uyeperforma eval, ngoqala ngicela udle ukudla okuphuma esandleni somama engane. I believe ukuthi uhamba naye la uhamba khona. I think so.
Despite all the death threats or warnings, Shebeshkt continues to shine. Not everybody likes him, but those that love him are more than those who don't. He is fairly new in the game and he's determined to prove himself. However, he is a smart dude who knows the bad side of the industry very well. This will come in very handy when the spotlight goes to shine on somebody else. It is very unlikely that Shebeshkt will go back to being broke, but it is not impossible. No doubt he's an intimidating guy, considering his gangster looks and mannerisms, but even sinners have souls too. The guy is happy, talented and loving, and that's all that matters, not his history. And we have reached the end of our video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.